Hey guys, how is everybody this afternoon? I'm pretty good. I'm over at Hollym. You can see there we've got the sunken pillbox, which we know so well. And there's Toby. So here we are, there's a pillbox. Well, come on Toby. So off we go. We walked about 8 miles or so. So we've got around about another 4 miles to get back home. So for today, that was my target. 8 miles. God, look at him go. Well, it's just going to be my normal walk tomorrow and Tuesday, I expect. You know, around the cliff and along the prom, etc. As you see, it's very, very misty today. There he is. The valiant one. Yeah, tomorrow I'm at Coast Watch. Morning shift. So I won't be going walking about in the morning. I will on Tuesday. Now on Wednesday, Peace Del Rizzy Storms. And we'll be going to Scunthorpe. Hi Jack, how are you? It's not brilliant here, I can definitely tell you that much. It's a bit cold. But it's not like bitter cold like it has been. Here Toby, would you like a treat? About a week or so since we've been on here. I'll put these in this pocket and they're easier to get hold of. Off he goes. There's no seals on here, I've checked. I certainly don't want him having a go at one. I don't want one of them having a go at him either. There he is. There he is. I think there's been a seal around it because he did this when we were coming down. Come on. Trying to hide his scent. That habit goes back to the very, very beginning of dogs. When they were, they'd go hunting. All wild dogs do it even now. Ooh, look at you, Jack. this isn't working the way it should be working. Yeah, it's working now. The tide's gently coming in. I think it's probably about 4 or 5 degrees here. Yeah, I can see him, he's well up there waiting for me. With my naked eye I can just about see that massive, that pillar. Toby! Right, there's somebody coming. I don't know if he's got a dog or not. Here, Toby! There he is. Wow. Would you like a treat? Thought you might somehow. Just bear with me, put them back in my pocket. Yep. Yeah, there's some fishermen further up. So, sorry about that. I don't want him messing about with their stuff, their baited hooks and all sorts. So I have to be careful with that. Yep. 20 degrees C. I think it's about, I don't know, 6, 7 possibly here. It's not like freezing cold like it was. Hang on, Toby. See, I've not got a hat on and I'm not wearing my gloves or anything. So it's not massively cold. I'll have to get my hair cut, I think. It's better. See, he's doing it again. See? He's trying to disguise his smell. Well, according to my other phone, my Oppo, it's 7 degrees C. So that's how much? About 50. So you've got 29, see? We've got 7. I'm just over 3 miles from home now. So that's quite good really. Well, I've done, by the time I get home, I've done 8.8, so I'll be about, just turn 12 miles by the time we get home. And tomorrow I'll try and, I don't know, I might even come back here tomorrow, I don't know. Now it's getting dark later. The tide's going to be a little bit later too. So it's going to be worth coming back up here tomorrow, I think. We'll see. It's really nice if it was sunny. I've got some lads here fishing. Hi guys. Yeah, I see they're all set up for the fishing and tide's coming in, so I guess it's the best time to do it. Oops. Yes, I might just come up here tomorrow night. It's 7 miles from my house to the sunken pillbox and back is 7 miles. But I add bits to it, so it normally comes out at about 8. Hi Edward. Yeah, it's happy days, mate, happy days. Here Toby, I'm going to let you off your lead now, we got past the fisherman. Yeah. Yeah, Toby's safety always has to come first, doesn't it? I won't want him seeing discarded fisherman's line and with a bit of bait on the end of it and thinking, wow, and gulping it all down. Hooks and things like that, so I try to keep him away from fishermen. I stuck it on Facebook today. A woman was on the beach at Mappleton, which isn't very far from my coastwatch station. She was out with her 4 dogs. I'll put it on here as well, I think. But anyhow, she was out with her 4 dogs, walking on the beach, and she ended up in quicksand up to her waist. I think the dogs were alright, but up to her waist. You've got to be really careful at Mappleton Beach when the tide comes in. You've got to be careful anywhere when the tide comes in, but especially so at Mappleton Beach. Are you after a treat? Yeah. So, luckily, through a phone reception from where she were, and she managed to get in touch with the Coast Guard. And the Coast Guard sent the inshore lifeboat out from Withernsea. She was rescued, the dogs were rescued and taken back to their depot at Withernsea, their place, you know. And she weren't injured, she was a bit cold. The dogs were a bit cold. But they all made a full recovery. It just shows you how, you know, what can happen, doesn't it, really? Hi, Edward. I bet you're full of beans. I bet you are after Lincoln's win yesterday. You're definitely moving up. Yeah, but you think of a tragedy we had. You know, it's literally 6-7 weeks ago. The same thing could have happened to that woman at Mappleton. I'll put the story up. So when I get home, I should have done it before, but I didn't. But I'll do it when I get home. I'll put the story up. At least I'll put the website, the link, so you can go and have a look, anybody who wants to. Which we're very lucky. On that beach as well, you've got to be careful at any time because you've got unexploded ordnance. Up to the 1990s, it was an RAF bombing range. So you've still got a lot of stuff on there that hasn't exploded. I've never been on Mappleton Beach, I've got to say. I think if I did, I'd be very, very... I'd have to know about tide times. The woman said she'd check the tides, but I think she must have misread it. Well, up in front of us is our friend, the Pillar of Earth, look. Toby's waiting for me. He's a lovely boy. He's a very, very good boy, isn't he? That's right, Edward. What beach is this? Hollym. It's we're at Hollym Beach, which is near Withernsea, off the East Yorkshire coast in the UK. We're about 20 miles east of Hull. Toby! Oh, there he is, I've seen him. He can go back on his lead now anyway. Good boy, yeah, Toby. There he is, Toby the Valiant. Knight of the... Yeah, I thought I might. So we've got Toby. We're going to give him a treat for being a good boy. He's always a good boy. There he goes. Hi Liz, how are you? Well, here's our friend. Not much of it left now, is there? It's still pretty meaty at the bottom, but at the top bits probably get storms for the equinox around about the 21st of this month. I'm doing an extra shift on Sunday the 22nd. Oh no, I'm not. It's next Sunday. They put me forward. So I'm doing an extra shift PM next Sunday. So next Sunday I probably won't be on. The shift finishes at 4 o'clock and it's about 5 by the time I get home. So I probably won't be on. There you go, there's not much of it left, is there? Your roof's in a bad way. What, your house, or what's happened to it then, Edward? Come on, Tobes. There you go. Got all that. Now remember, not so long ago, this was connected over to that. Well, we watched that pillar get smaller and smaller and smaller, haven't we? It's been eroding for going on for 12 months. So we normally get storms towards the end of March. I wonder if it'll survive them, or what it'll look like if it does. I think the bottom bit will survive, but the top bit I think will have gone. The bottom bit will probably get another year, maybe. Whew. Here we go. You know, it's not too bad walking on here. You know, it got really wet and sloppy. It's bad now. It's still a bit muddy, but it's a lot better than it was. Well, you could do that, Jack. But it'll just waste away literally. As soon as you get the next storm, it's gone. Somebody went up to your roof yesterday, Edward. What did they say? You need to get something like that sorted really quick. You know yourself, the back end of March we do get a lot of storms. Is it your house or do you rent it? Look at this. Look at that, eh? Yeah, she's going to price it up. It's your home. Yeah, you need to get it. You need to get it sorted ASAP. Something like your roof, you can't mess about with. Some things you can do yourself, but that is one of them things that you can't. And it really, your roof, you need. And if you're not scared of heights, You need somebody who knows, really knows what they're doing. I'm just waiting for the next bit of good weather, and I've got stuff to do. Toby! And I've got, oh no, you're okay. And I've got stuff to do with ours, not my roof. My roof's fine. But I'm going to sort the backyard out. I'm thinking of flagging it later on in the year. I might just buy the stuff, get it delivered, and flag it myself. Go and hire a guild saw or something from somewhere to cut stuff. I might just get it priced up and get a professional in. I don't know yet. Well, there's the big house intact. I told you the story of this before, didn't I? He's a lovely man, him and his wife. They are lovely people. The family farm went right out. Right out. We had a farmhouse, and the farmhouse got claimed by the sea. So they built this house. Sort of built it, but never quite finished it. And now we live in it, and we're waiting to see who goes first, whether they go first or the house goes first. It's a tragedy, isn't it? He also owns these stables here. He's about as old as me. Might even be a bit older. One of his kids has a really good job in Berlin. The other one lives in London somewhere. They're not interested in the house or the land or the horses. You know, kids are kids. They've got their own lives. They're not even kids now. I think they'll be in their 30s, early 40s. Yeah, if you get your roof done, I'd expected you to get more than 2 years out of it, to be honest. You know, if I've got some up there to go and have a look. Oh, there's a pony. I'll try and get a bit bigger so you can see him. No, we're not going to be able to do it, are we? Oh, there he is, centre of the screen. Little Shetland pony. Go on, Tobes. Yeah, I'd have expected it to last more than a couple of years, though, to be honest. I'd have expected 10 years at least. I know weird, mind you, when we lived in Elland, Edward, we had a bit of a problem with a roof, and we never sorted it. It was round where the chimney breast was. I mean, this was a 4-storey house, and a number of times we had the builder in over the 17 years we were there. He charged us the first time, but he never sorted it. So he came back, he kept coming back and coming back and coming back. But, you know, he never charged us, but he never fixed it either. In the end, we gave the house to my son. And, well, he paid us a pittance for it, basically. and he got it sorted in the end. But it was quite a big job from what I can make of it. But the place is sorted now. He doesn't live there anymore, but he rents it out, our old house. Yeah, but we would get all this rain round the chimney breast. And we had the loft upstairs, and that was where the problem was. Well, yeah, you want to get it done though before, before like the end of, around about the 20th, that's when you get lots of storms over here, isn't it? So you want to make sure he does it before then. As long as it gets done, that's the main thing, isn't it? Because you don't know what other damage the storms are likely to do. Well, car's coming up, so I need to reel Sir Toby back a little bit. Well, we've got some caravans on here in Elsie's Field. Caravan, a camper van, another caravan further up. And here's Elsie. Waiting patiently for the dairymaid. Come on, Toby, walk on. I want you to walk on this side of me. There. All right now. I don't really like him walking on the outside of me, but if I have him on short lead, then he's okay. Yeah, so it's very misty today, isn't it? Yeah, it's a good day. Hiya, guy. I always do this upright, unless, of course, I'm doing it. I'm actually doing a video, which I'm going to load up to my channel, like on the bus, because then I can do it in landscape, which is better actually, but you can't do landscape when you go live. You've got to do it in portrait. So that's why I do that. I would prefer to do it all in landscape. It gives you a better view of what's going on around us, doesn't it? Just look at that. Incredible, isn't it? Well, there were another grass runway in Hollym, further over there, on the main road to Hull. There's nothing there now, it'll just be the grass. It just shows you in the war, this whole place, what it would have been like. Come on, Tobes. You know, you're an absolute pest sometimes. Right, there you go. I'm getting tied up with him. Yeah, so tomorrow I might do Hollym again. Tuesday we'll walk around the cliff. Now Wednesday, wow, that's when we're going to go to sunny Scunny, isn't it? I'm already looking at maps and downloading maps for it. To get from the bus station over to the steel mill. And then we'll walk up the side of it. And then back to the town centre. So it might be a long one actually, this. Rather than just an hour, it might go, my live might go on for 2. We'll see. I'll aim for my normal 1.5 anyhow. I'll be taking my power pack with me. To make sure I've got enough juice. I'll have 2 phones, so the Oppo I'm good for 45 minutes, so this I think I'm going to be good for a few hours, you know, my Samsung, so it should be okay. It should work out. Well, just over here is where Grace's body was found. The people of Withernsea raised £25,000, I think it was, for our lifeboat station and its crew. Oh, it will be good, Edward. I'm looking forward to it. Guy, I can't leave it. It's just going to be brilliant. I haven't been to Scunthorpe since I was doing my doctorate, my PhD, which featured heavily, my town featured heavily in it. So it's going back to the early 2000s. So it'd be good to go back and have a look at it, see what's changed. I think it's going to be better than me walk round Goole, although I might do that again. Well, there's the cabins. Remember over Christmas, from December and January they were closed. There he goes, the valiant one. I'll give him a treat in a minute. Would you like a treat? Would you like a treat, Toby? Here you go. For Toby, a treat. There you go. He certainly likes his treat. Yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about it at the moment because here in Withernsea, it'll just be me talking. When I can show you things, take you around and show you what we're talking about, then yeah, you'll get a better understanding of what it was about, what we're doing. I was comparing Scunthorpe with Redcar, Middlesbrough basically. Both were steel towns. Scunthorpe still is. Redcar lost its blast furnace and everything else, which we knew were going to happen. Well, we've done 10.4 miles today. That's good. So I was comparing the two places. Middlesbrough had a more diversified economy. Basically, if you live in Scunthorpe, you might not necessarily work for British Steel, but your job's still depending on it. The chances were there were very, very little else in terms of employment. You may work at the plant, but not for British Steel. You might be agency staff, things like that. Lots and lots of truck drivers, haulage companies owed their existence to British Steel. Then there were other firms, local engineering firms, not just in Scunthorpe, but literally throughout Lincolnshire and South Yorkshire, that did work. The workforce came from as far as Doncaster, but mainly it were people that lived in the town. I think there was something like 40,000 people working in one or another of the various steel plants back in the 70s. And that number, when I was doing my doctorate, I think there were about 12,000. The number's now about 6. At that time there were still 4 blast furnaces operating. Now we're down to 2. So yeah, I've got to tell you a lot about it. My doctorate and my relationship with the town, my focus group that I had there. Hi Jordan. Yeah, we're having a good Sunday. I'm enjoying it. Toby is enjoying it. It's a really good day. It's not so warm, it's a bit bleak, but I have known it to be a lot colder as well. According to my other phone, it's, careful Toby, it's 7 degrees. But to be honest, it does feel a bit warmer than that. It's certainly warmed up since I've come out. Well, diesel hasn't gone up yet. 141, it was 141.9. I think on, it's been 141.9 all along, apart from I think Monday when it was 139.9. Tuesday went up to 141.9 and it's been there ever since. Petrol's gone up 1 penny. That was 131.9. Now it's 132.9. So nothing to worry about. I know when I go to Withernsea tomorrow to coast watch, I will be filling up. I'm already full because I filled up last week. I mean, if I only put a fiver in, I'm going to keep it full. Well guys, here we are, Louville Avenue. I love these bungalows. I don't think they're particularly any bigger than ours, but they're still nice. You have an arts and craft kind of decor of the early mid 20th century, well, early 20th century. Britain went mad on it, didn't they? Arts and craft. Then it was Art Deco after that, in the 30s and 40s. And then we come up to the 60s and 70s. Hello.
Alright.
I mean, as we go across the road up to the 80s and 90s. So you're going from beginning of Louville up to here, you've gone through more or less every decade. Right up to the 80s and 90s. See, I think these are 70s on this side, but them on the other side are 1980s. You know, see, we don't have chimneys or anything like that. They were never meant for a coal fire. They have got pots, but they have got small chimneys, but yeah, you wouldn't have had coal fires, but you may have had coal-fired central heating. You know, in those, and that sort of went out of favour. In the late 1980s, and then we had brilliant ideas. We'll go for gas. And now we say, no, gas is no good. Gas is no good. You've got to have a heat pump. Which means you've got to have an immersion heater. Because the heat pump will warm the water up until it's a little bit more than tepid. So it's a bit better than lukewarm. So if you want hot water, you've got to have a heat pump. So now you need, your electric's going to cost you a fortune if you want it hot. So therefore you need to have solar panels on your roof, which will cost you a fortune. You know what? I'm glad I stuck with gas. We got a new boiler last year. I'm good with it. Absolutely enormous. I don't know where you're going to put them. They're not nice little dinky things. Now, when we went up here earlier on, we could have walked if we'd have wanted to on the beach. So you can see how much the tide's come in. You know, we could have walked from here right up to Hollym on the beach. Yeah, as I was saying, I mean, these heat pumps, what I've seen, they're about six foot by 6 foot. They run on electricity. They're supposed to take heat from the air and exchange it through an heat exchanger. Well, that's the thing. Or you can have it so it takes heat from the ground, which is more expensive. Again, you go through a heat exchanger and you need electricity to run it. And then when you get your hot water, it's not hot enough to keep your central heating going. Hi, Dave. Oh, sorry to hear about the dog. Blimey, a tornado in Michigan. Like, my God, that's awful, guy. Hi, Dave. Sounds like a big tornado, guy. Well done, the Borough. Mighty Borough. Wow. Come on, Borough. I think Borough might be going up end of this season, don't you, Dave? No, absolutely. No, that's the thing, we're not much good here. Well, yeah, everybody used to have coal back in the 70s, Jack. Back here in Britain, we had a huge mining industry. Now, we've got a coalman here in Withernsea, but it's nothing like, nowhere near as many people have coal. Most people now, I think, will have gas central heating like we have. Even in the 1990s, we lived in Burnley and we had the coalman. We had coal still. I'll tell you something, nothing can beat a coal fire for belting out heat. Wow. The house was always warm. And then, when we moved to Ellen, we had a gas fire in the living room. And then we got the place renovated and modernised, and we got central heating, which was better. Come on, Tobes. Well, there's not much to see, I'm afraid. Got Toby though. Haven't we, Toby? Got you. We haven't got that big shiny disc in the sky. Would you like a treat? There you go. Yeah. It's good on here with Toby because I don't need to worry about the traffic or anything. He can just do his own thing. It makes sense to keep him on his lead though. Protect him from other dogs. Mind you, it's him what wants to argue with them. Not all the time, he has his friends. Yeah, so we're going to have a lot to talk about, a lot to unpack when we go to Scunthorpe. So I'll probably do it in 2 parts, or maybe even 3 parts. We've got the bus journey there, which I'll do that before we get there, and I'll upload that probably when I get home. Then probably in the first hour or so I'll walk around the town centre, and then my last hour we'll have a walk round the perimeter of the steelworks. Not all the perimeter, that'll take me forever. Hello.
Hello.
And we'll look at the main bits of it, the 4 queens, the 4 blast furnaces, what we call the cathedral, where we do the concasting, continual casting, where they make the slabs. We might get to see the railway which runs round the site. We'll see anyhow. We'll obviously do our best. Yeah, my manager at Coast Watch asked me if I'd change my shift from Mondays to Sundays, and I said, well, not really. From Monday mornings to Sunday afternoon, and I thought, it's all right, but the problem with that is Sunday is for day. When, if my kids are going to come over, the boys are going to come over, that's when they're going to come over on a Sunday. Or if we're going to go over there, that's when we'll go over. So I said that. I said, I can't really do it. I said, I can come in if you're desperate. I'm not bothered about that. I said, but I can't just change it. But she was right. She was fine with that anyhow, and I was fine with it. Yeah, a lot of houses did. My grandmother, my nana, they had one like that. We had one, a coal bunker, but it was in, you had to go through a ginnel between our house and next door, and that's where the coal bunker was. Let's see how far we've done. Yeah, I've done 11.36 miles today. So yeah, and we're going to make 12 miles. So there's the sea. Remember, from tomorrow I'm going to be 15 minutes later. Instead of coming online at 4 p.m, I'll be coming online at 4:15. And at the end of the month, I'll be moving to 4:30. You know, it's getting light now, so you know, whereas before we were coming online at 3:30, at 3 o'clock I think at one point, weren't it? And we've worked up from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, so now we're going to go to 4:15, and at the end of the month 4:30. On Wednesday I may come on earlier, though. We'll see. We'll see how that goes when I'm in Scunthorpe. I'm expecting to get there for about 1 o'clock, something like that. We'll see anyhow, we'll see. So I'll be walking around with my gimbal from probably 2 till about 3. Go and have something to eat. We'll see, we'll see. We might even go on a local bus when we're there to get from Scunthorpe town centre to the steel mill, or go back from the steel mill to the town centre, but we'll see. Hiya, you alright? Hello. Yeah, I think it's the 29th of March. I think it's for last Sunday in the month. Oh, the baby. My favourite one is the one further down. The one I often see. I got a picture of it and I put that as the icon for yesterday's video. That's further down here. Well, I hope today's a bit better. They reckon our next sunny day is going to be Wednesday, and I thought, yep, because we want a good day in Scunny. But to be honest, as long as it doesn't rain, I'm good with it. Yep, there's Toby the Valiant in front of us. Come on, Toby. And on the 18th of April, the old Duchess is on her state visit to Whitby, accompanied by me, Toby, and Nicola's coming. So we'll have a week in a bungalow in Whitby, so I'm looking forward to that. On the 12th, we've got like a fun weekend at the NCI. We've got a Coast Watch in Hornsey. I said put me down for any beauties, whatever they want to do with me. It shouldn't affect me coming out for a walk. So it's going to be a nice sort of let your hair down weekend. Followed by the holiday. How good is that? We've still got the Christmas lights up. We don't light them up at night time, but we just left them there. I should imagine they'll turn them on next Christmas and they won't work. So I'm not sure what the old Duchess is concocting for our dinner today. I don't think we're having a roast or anything like that. Well, I burnt 1700 calories, so that's good. Look at it on top. There he goes. Onto another car. Another one down there. They're absolutely fascinating, the birds. All right, that's something, Port Vale, isn't it? He will do, Jack. That is what they do. Is that so? Is that it, Dave? I don't know. Hello, little fella. Hiya, mate.
Come on. He pretends to be nice and then next minute he's got his teeth out.
Oh, the swines, aren't they? No, Toby were all right with him. He seemed all right with Toby. Yeah, when we go to Whitby, I'll have to work out and think about where we're going to go. Because the Duchess, she'll be on a baby walker thing. Well, not a baby walker, on a mobility scooter, a pram. And when there's loads and loads of people, she gets flustered. I told her, don't worry about them, just do what you've got to do, but no, she gets upset. So I think I have to work out where it is we're going to go in Whitby. There'll be places she'll be able to go and play, which will be good for her, and which will be easy, and there'll be places which are going to be more difficult. Hi Lucky, how are you today? Thanks for that, Lucky. Some sort of a personal number plate, K21 OUN. Ah. Well, we've got the Amazon guy. You know, I wouldn't want to do their job. I bet we don't even get £1 a parcel. We get a lot of stick from customers. Come on. Well guys, thanks again for a good walk. Toby, yeah, oh dear God, I don't know what happened there. There you go, Tobes. I don't know what happened there. Nope, seems to have it, so. Anyway, it's been a great walk as that, and I've really enjoyed it. So I just want to thank everybody for your company. Thank you for your likes, for your comments, for your company, everything, your shares. And everything else. It's been absolutely brilliant. And tomorrow we're just going to walk over the cliff, I think, around the cliff, and the rest of it. Just want to wish everybody a good evening. Enjoy yourselves, do whatever you're going to do, or a good day, whatever. Me, I'm going to go in, do a bit more homework on Scunthorpe, and I shall see you all again tomorrow. So from Toby and me,